Atlanta will take possession at the 44-yard line. A strip, sack, fumble. And Jalen Walker the first to jump on the loose ball.
Yeah, Matt.
Yeah, it's me.
Hey, how's it going today?
Yeah, fantastic. Thank you. How are you?
Excellent, thank you. Says 3012 Carey Street.
I can't remember exactly where it is on Carey Street, but I know it's pretty close to where I put in. So
Yeah, all right. Is that Carey Town?
The main sort of downtown
Yeah.
area. Yeah, there's
Like all kinds of things down there. Yeah.
Thank you.
Yeah, for sure. What do you have going on today?
Got a huge amount to go pick up the car. That's why we left it last night.
All right.
I had a lecture for the university stuff that I'm doing earlier. So it's all online though. So
Okay.
I'll pick up on some of that because I had to cut that short.
All right.
And if the weather holds out, I might carry on building a treehouse for the kids.
Treehouse building. Yes. I think the weather's going to be great for that.
I hope so. What about yourself? Still busy today?
Yeah, man, it's always different. It's always a little different. It's always very busy, actually.
Busy's good.
Yeah, busy's good. It's just a matter of like, what kind of busy. Bunch of short little drives. I usually like say no to the shorter ones.
Fair enough. Where's home? Is it? Are you in the?
It's actually not too far from here. Just yeah, just a little bit to the east.
It's a nice area.
It is. How long have you been here?
My partner's been here for. She grew up here, but she's had that place for actually about 10 years, I think.
Okay.
She's lived there. I'm from the UK originally, though. So
All right.
I've been in and out of the US for the last 10 years.
10 years in and out.
Yeah, largely out of Florida, which is where I was based for a lot of it for work.
Oh, okay. Working in universities?
No. I mean, I'm doing my MBA, so Masters in Business, but that's all online. So I just decided to do that later on in life. But I work with the cruise line industry, so that's why Florida was a big hub.
Yeah, that's a good place to be if you're into cruises.
Exactly. Yeah.
So you worked in that field without an MBA,
Yeah.
and now you're gonna have an MBA.
No, I'm just doing the MBA for fun, really. I mean, it's fun, but hopefully it will serve me well in the long term.
I think so, man. Oh my God, I think that's a good idea. I wonder about it myself. Yeah.
I think it's worth doing. It is obviously very educational in the sense that I'm learning a lot. It's all done online, so you can kind of do it at your own leisure to an extent. There's obviously deadlines and times for lectures and this and that, but they're pretty flexible.
Okay. So when you were watching a lecture earlier, it was
that was a live one, but then I just said I've got to head out. I'll pick up where I left off on the recording that they'll do.
Okay.
So, and they're pretty understanding of all that.
on a Sunday.
Yeah, because there's a lot of international students, and I mean, all of us, for the most part, work full time, so it's all done in our spare time as I'm on my
Okay. Everybody's working full time. That's good to know.
So they did one, I think, they did one early in the day for the UK time, and then this is later in the day for them, but obviously morning for us. So they've done two today.
Where's it based? Is it part of
Liverpool University?
Oh, okay.
In England. So yeah, they're 5 hours ahead.
Liverpool University. Cruises come out of there too, huh?
I don't know, I've never been on a cruise out of Liverpool actually, but because my MBA has nothing to do with the industry that I work in.
It's a general MBA.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, but I guess maybe Liverpool's such a big city. I know they do it out of Southampton a lot, which is right down south. But I'm sure maybe Liverpool. Possibly.
I always heard of shipping from there.
Yeah, I'm just not sure about cruises.
Yeah, I guess those are two different things. Yeah, like we have the Navy Yard, the shipyard down in Newport News. That doesn't mean you want to have a cruise down there.
Exactly, that's it. Yeah, that's it.
Containers, different type of ship.
Yeah. Might well be though. I'm not involved with the UK market too much, to be honest. With the cruise line market that I'm involved in is predominantly the US. So, that's again, spent a lot of time out of New York and Florida and Galveston, Texas, and Seattle, and live in Alaska, stuff like
Oh, people love those cruises, man. I talked to a guy the other day who said, I've gone on 70 cruises. I was like, 70?
That's a lot, that is. Some people retire on cruise ships because the cost of living is so crazy these days. You can end up,
Oh, yeah, I read about that.
Spend a chunk of your time in retirement on a ship, and then never have to cook for yourself, never have to clean up after yourself. Your bed's always made when you get back and see the world. So it's the worst ways to live.
Yeah. Water world, man. A different water world.
Yeah, a little bit different.
You got a telescope there, man. Is that, you got that thing working?
Yeah, it's not the best of ones. It's not bad. I got it for my partner's boy. He's 10 years old now. So,
Okay.
and he loves all that. He's a big Neil deGrasse Tyson fan. Loves his astronomy. So we were
Yeah.
having a little play about with it in recent weeks. I got it for his birthday just about a month ago.
Oh, exciting. That's cool.
Yeah, there's a lot going on in space as well. It's
3-eye
Atlas. and all that.
3-eye Atlas, man. What on earth is that? I haven't heard anything in the last few days.
Oh, I did a bit of reading up, and I think the general consensus is that it is a comet, but there's always talk about other things it might be and unique traits.
But it's teaching people some things. It's behaving
it's unique
differently.
Yeah, it's because it's not aligned with our sun, is it? It's not being influenced by the gravitational pull of our solar system. So
like, how could it be in here without being influenced?
It's quite unique. We'll see, though. I think it's closest to us in a few weeks' time, I guess, but I can't quite remember. But it's interesting how, like, if you go online, you see all these. I remember seeing loads of pictures of. I'm pretty sure it was an amoeba, like of a tiny little creature that's got kind of luminescence to it, and it's not the greatest to picture because the amoeba or whatever it is microscopic, and people are saying that's a close-up picture of the of what they claim is like a spaceship. Don't get me wrong, I don't know, it might be a spaceship, but I know it's not that picture that some people are showing. But people always speculate, and it's fun. I find it quite funny to watch how people go off on crazy little tangents and conspiracies.
What did the microscopic thing have to do with it?
Because it was a tiny little image of that, and people were like, "That's 3-eye Atlas," and people were like, "No way, is that really what it looks like close up?" And then a few people, you read the comments, and people were like, "No, that's not 3-eye Atlas image. That's it's a tiny little microscopic organism that has like fluorescence and lights on it that looks like a blurry spaceship, if that's what you want to claim it is, but it's not. But people do that. The internet's so funny. Like, sure, when I was a kid and the internet started becoming a thing, they had to fact check things. These days, the amount of shit that's on the internet that's not true, it's hilarious.
There's so much, dude. So much.
My partner showed me something the other day. What did she show me? Do you remember Home Alone 1?
Yeah.
The old guy in it that ends up saving Macaulay Culkin. The old guy with a spade or shovel, whatever you want to call it. She saw something. She goes, "If you were born after 1980 or something, you are now older than he is." And I was like, that can't make sense because you're older than he was in the film. I was like, there's no way he was 45 or whatever in that. There's no way. And loads of people were like buying into it. And then it took me 30 seconds, less than, but I googled it, checked out who it was, and it was 66 in the thing. It's just some of the stuff you see on the internet is just such lies.
It's a phenomenon, man.
It's funny. Because whatever you want to look for, you'll find supporting evidence.
Yeah. And you know the idea of like hackers.
Yeah.
I met this hacker in the car, like famous hacker, gives talks at XCon and stuff.
Oh, wow.
He had literally just given his first one like the week prior to the ride. Have you heard of this XCon?
No.
Okay. It's a big convention just for hackers, and they have keynotes and stuff like that. And he told this organization what his hacker name was, because he'd been trying to get out of the game for a while, and he said, I haven't done anything for a long time. This is my hacker name. And they immediately said, would you please come give a talk? We all know who you are.
Oh, that's interesting.
Yeah. So
well established and quite knows what he's doing.
Yeah. So he went into it with me, and he sent me the link to that talk, and he said it hasn't come out yet, but this is the unlisted link you can watch. And I listened to it. And, I mean, and before he even told me about the XCon, he was telling me about some of like the hacking that, I mean, name a device, and there's somebody who's hacked it from a refrigerator, from like a smart refrigerator to a key fob, and there's some way to hack the thing to make it resourceful in some way that is going to earn somebody money. And sometimes it's not even money when you're between like 12 years old and 20 years old, like when he got started, like 11 or 12. Sometimes you're just seeing what you can do.
Right,
and
it's fun.
Yeah, and so you're 11 years old. You're just like, oh my god, I just got through the back end of the Wikipedia page and changed everything.
Right.
I just took over this movie theater and said that you could watch porn there.
Right. Sort of random stuff. It's a digital world we live in these days. So
yeah. And
you talk about fridges and stuff. You can literally have it so it pops up on someone's fridge. Hey, fat ass, do you really want another like cream cake? Like
yes, something very similar to that. To small towns and counties. I mean, they'll just. He said, yeah, when I was like 11, I just skateboard and find Wi-Fi signals down the street, and then I'd hack into their homes, and then just do random stuff on their computers.
Get away from sure.
Right? And then that led to making a deal with, what did he say? Making a deal with some Russians that they would, if I gave them a certain database, they would like drop a duffel bag full of cash at a location.
Wow.
And so that's when I first got in trouble, when my mom found all this cash. I wanted to know where it was from. And I'm like, dude, what did you do to have $200,000 in cash left at a location for you? And he didn't get into like what database that was, but that was like at a very young age, right?
It's quite impressive.
And so the idea of just doing that with something like the Home Alone guy.
Oh, just exactly.
It's like, it's just like, I wonder what I could do. And it's like, and you have to be so fast with it to iterate and try so many of those things. And it's like, that would just be so fun. I made this thing up where
it's complete lie,
to see if people would dig into it.
But hundreds of thousands of people will probably watch that or read it and believe it instantly and be like, I can't believe that's the case. And then they start preaching it and start telling other people, I heard this fact today. Not a fact, it's a complete lie. But now you're going to tell everyone like it's gospel. It's the truth.
Yes. And you could probably train AI.
AI is mad.
These are I want you to understand that these are the human interest points that are very valuable, like what our own age is, our own sexuality, our own blah, 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 blah. List 12 of them. And then list big cultural things like to different generations, like Home Alone was a big one. The movie Jaws was a big one. Star Wars, Star Trek, blah, blah, blah. Go down the list.
Yeah.
And then say, can you generate 50
and you get people
possible, blah, it'll be like, yeah, here's things. Tell people that they were older than the shovel guy.
Exactly. If you want, because they remember that guy, and he's like, they remember him being an old guy in the movie, and they're like, no way am I older than him than he was then.
Share, copy, share.
Yeah, and people do it. Like my girlfriend, she did it. She goes, I can't believe that. Read this. And I read it. I was like, there's no way that's true.
You share it before you research it.
And so many people do, don't they? So many people do.
I'm trying to think of some I shared before I researched. Maybe if I say, if this is true, no way this is true, and then leave it on your friend to be like, nah, it's bollocks.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, there's a lot of people that would. Well, I get the thing is, no matter what you want to research, there's something out there that will support that. Like each their own. I don't believe the Earth is flat. I believe it's round. But if you believe the Earth is flat, each to your own, whatever. But if you go online, you will find supporting evidence that the Earth is flat. Now, do I believe that? No, because I believe the world is round. But there's an abundance of evidence to confirm that the world is round as well, online as well. But you can find anything online that will support any narrative.
You can find. Yeah, that's a good point. Whatever some statement that you hear,
Exactly.
the more emphatic it is, you could say there's a lot of evidence you can find for that. There's also a lot of evidence you can find for
the contrary. Yeah, exactly, absolutely.
Yeah.
And that's the thing. The internet is so vast these days that you will find evidence to support things that are true and evidence to support things that obviously aren't true. So it's a mad world. And AI is crazy.
Dude.
AI is advanced and scary.
Yeah.
I'm just glad that when I was a teenager, sort of 25, 30 years ago, that we didn't have cell phones and recording devices like they do these days, because the stuff that I got obviously when I was a kid, I wouldn't want that recorded and put on social media. I'd be locked up right now if that was the case. Right?
Yeah, I'm thinking if we would have TikToked some of those things, surely.
I'm quite glad that I've forgotten about a lot of things that I got up to as a kid and a teenager. But these days, everything's on social media, everything's being recorded, everything's just a click away.
Oh my God.
Interesting one.
What about all the people you've ever known? If it can triangulate you to where you've been, what neighborhoods and streets you were on at the same time as somebody else, and then say, oh my God, you must have been friends with Billy Stevens, and Billy Stevens is now in jail for doing this horrendous thing.
That's it. By affiliation.
By affiliation. How do we know that you didn't also get up to that?
Yeah. Well, it's funny actually, because it's not funny, it's a horrible fraud, but I knew someone I used to play rugby with.
Yeah.
Nice guy. Had some childhood trauma, because, with his dad, he actually found his dad committed suicide, walked in with his dad, and can't even imagine what he went through as a kid in terms of that. But long story short, played rugby with him for a decade, very popular lad, good looking fella, did well with the ladies. He got arrested 5 years ago. He's now serving time for an obscene amount of child porn on his laptop, and finding out that he was into all that. No one was any the wiser, but his girlfriend at the time found out and actually got the police involved, and the police got involved, seized his computer and that, and found out that he was heavy into it, and now he's serving time. And it's just crazy to think that's he was a well-respected, well-liked guy.
Yeah.
What he went through and what triggered him to be into that.
So now each of his cohorts should probably be cancelled.
Well, God knows, how many people in his network, are there other people? You never know, it's scary to think, again, the world we live in these days.
My God.
Yeah.
2 or 3 years ago, what was it that there was an optimistic statement from Bill Gates. I remember it caught my attention because it resonated. It was just part of another little sit down with somebody else about AI, and this is right after people start saying LLM for the very first time.
LLM?
Yeah, the language models, the large language models.
Okay.
Yeah. And he said, I think that the good news is it will end. AI will easily end. Did he say divisiveness? His point was that, to know that there is something that can easily filter things into their logical essence, that it will be impossible for somebody to divide people based on an emotionally driven thing. because AI can easily tell you, oh, that's probably, that could be, like you're saying, that could be emotionally charged based on the belief that blah, blah, blah.
Right.
And I don't think he would come out and say that now. Because the tech industry is like, they're trying to see what the ethics of it should be.
It's a lot of questionable ethical considerations.
Like, wait a minute, there's no ethics in mathematics.
Math is math. It is.
So that's what it was. It would equate things down to to arithmetic. You know?
I see. Okay, so it's facts and figures and numbers and so it's less emotionally driven. It's just more like, this is what it is.
Yeah.
This is like,
Is that the word he used? Divisive?
Yeah, I love the US, and I obviously spend a lot of time in the US. But the US is such a funny country to me in the sense that we're the United Kingdom, the United States, and both countries, or the United Kingdom is a few countries, but are so divided. America is an interesting one in terms of the division in America. Like, the United States of America is incredibly divided as a country at the moment. And as a non-American, it's interesting to see that, because I genuinely love America. I've got friends that are Republican, I've got friends that are Democrat, and the division amongst them from a political standpoint is very interesting. There's a lot of divide in the country, which I think is a shame, really. Such an amazing country to have such a divisive approach to certain things. It's either black or white. It's an interesting conversation to go down. It's not always the best topic of conversation to deep dive into, but some people see it very black and white, and I see it as a little bit grey. I mean, whether you love Trump or you hate Trump, I mean, I'm sure some of the stuff that he does is okay, and some of the stuff that he does is absolutely awful. There's got to be not as a non-American, I mean, I'm not really allowed to have a strong opinion in that sense, but some people are either like that in their mind everything he touches turns to gold, or everything he touches turns to death.
Yeah.
And surely there's got to be a grey area, right? I don't know.
Yeah.
I'm not American, but it's a difficult one to get into, because I've got friends that hate Trump, and I've got friends that absolutely love him.
Yeah, they're like, oh, thank God, and like, oh no. Yeah, but it's just very divided. It's a shame. It's a shame. It's so much. I think it's a shame. It's tough. I don't know when we stopped doing like debate classes, like in school, or like I never got on the debate team, but it always caught my interest. Like I bet those are some smart folks.
Yeah, I love the idea of an amicable debate where you're having a sensible, mature, adult conversation, and a dialogue that's not just slander and threats and abuse. What I thought was incredible about the recent media campaigns for the political parties for the recent election here is that they spend millions and millions of dollars for these media campaigns, and half the time they're just insulting the other person. Whether it's claiming that there's also obviously, but it's just insulting the other person. And from my standpoint, it was like, I don't want to hear why you hate the other person. I'd rather hear why we should vote for you. Not that I get a vote, I don't.
Yeah.
But my logic would be, tell me why I should vote for you, not why I shouldn't vote for the other person. I'd rather know what it is you're going to bring to the table that means I should vote for you, not filling me with, scaremongering me to the point where I wouldn't want to vote for that person because of A, B, and C. But that's the way it's done these days. It's just insulting the other party, and they're both guilty of it.
Yeah.
This person has done this wrong. This person hates your kids, and this person is the devil, and this person said this that was unbelievable.
Yeah.
Okay, well, what have you said that's a good thing, as opposed to telling me that's what they did? It was interesting.
The gloves, the phrase that the gloves come off.
The gloves are off, yeah.
Yeah, it's like, if you're taking off your gloves, we're doing it too.
Yeah. Which, they both did it. But to me, it's so interesting. I think they spent millions and millions of dollars on media campaigns, and it's just to insult someone.
Yeah. And I remember at different points in my life, I would tend to vote for the opposite. I would vote whoever had the most sleazy things about the other person, I would vote not for them.
Right.
Like, I'd be like, I don't like their approach, and so I'm voting for the other one.
Yeah, because I'm similar. I don't like the idea of just slandering and insulting them.
But now it's hard to tell which one is more
very true. It's hard to tell
from the campaigns anyway.
Yeah, it is very, very difficult. I would just much rather it was just that each campaign was on the joys of why you should vote for me and what I do great as a political party and what I'm going to bring to the table. That's what, because I want voting. I want to vote on what I want to know what I'm voting for, not what I'm not voting for. But you get each other right. For me, that's always been my mindset. Though I don't care what political party you are. I don't care if you're a guy, a girl, if you're gay, you're straight, if you're Jewish, if you're Hebrew. I don't care. Just be a good person. Just be kind. Just be caring. Just be a good person. And everyone's allowed to be who they want. And as I say, if you believe the world is flat or the earth is flat, okay, that's up to you. I don't, and that's fine. I think the world is round. If you start judging me and say, well, because you don't believe in this, you're a bad person, or you're going to hell, or this, I don't agree with that, because I don't judge people in that way either. Like, you're welcome to have your opinion, as long as your opinion's not hurting anyone.
Boom, right there. Boom, right there. That's it.
But the UK and America are quite similar in many ways. America just tends to make things a little bit bigger in everything it does. Like, they have a lot of similar views, but they're just amplified in the US.
Yeah, I mean, I think it's going to come out over the next 6 years what the United States perspective is.
Yeah.
Because right now, there's a fight for what it is.
Yeah.
I think for a long time, there was one like, okay, we can agree. Like, this is good. There's some things on the outsides that are not right through, and those are where we disagree, but we can agree on this. Like right now, it's like I think that we're disagreeing at a very way back. Already, I thought this was already established level.
Yeah, I agree.
That's like
it's a shame.
But we're not talking about that level. We're talking about like these surface things. But you can tell, because if you try to listen to any agreements or disagreements, you're like, oh, they're not talking about the fundamentals. They're talking about like more superficial things only.
Yeah. We'll see what happens though.
Like, what's the goal? You know, like what do you think the goal is?
Yeah. I'd be interested to see how things change and develop over the next few years. I'm actually just in this car park to the left, so anywhere around here would be absolutely perfect. You don't have to go to the left though. Anyway.
Okay. So is this all right?
Yeah, it's spot on. Thank you very much. Really appreciate it.
Yeah, this is Carytown. Nice. All right.
Thank you, sir. Have a lovely day.
All right, you as well.
You.
Thanks for the service here.
Thank you, sir. Bye-bye.
Bye. Cool, Matt.